Baddies.
Cat humans, so-called baddies.
Cat humans, so-called baddies, are ruining our society.
I'm a Baddie, pretty little rescue.
Okay, hold on. We're 14 seconds in, bro. Whoa. We have cat humans called baddies. I love the AI voices. We probably had Alex or Jesse in there, you know, doing their thing, saying the words. This is a classic intro. If you're a pro editor at any level, you have for sure done the big thing where you do a supercut of all the news stations and then you overlay all their voices and you say like, oh my gosh, this blah, 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 blah. And then the pandemic happened and all these bad things are going on in the world. That happens all the time at the beginning of documentaries. I did it for an unreleased Taiga documentary. Go watch the editing podcast if you want the full story on that. It's a sad one. I am very intrigued by this story so far. Nice little rip transition.
I'm a Baddie, pretty little rescue Baddie. 모든 죄대로 되라지, catch me if you can. Baddie, 나는 없어 거기 이미 어차피 못 찾을 테니, catch me if you can.
This might be the longest video ever on this channel. There's so much to talk about. First of all, whose genius idea was it to stick a GoPro at the bottom of the cart in this fish market in Los Angeles? Got that from the intros here. But what a freaking chaotic opening shot. It just sucks you right in. You're like grabbing the cat food right on that snare. So good. And then, check this out. It reminds me of a little Nike social post that I made that also never got released. It's fine, I'm not sad about it. Essentially, I got a bunch of stickers and I just animated them all over the place, adding motion blur, just wiggling them around, moving them all over the place. And that's what they did here, is we rotoscoped out the members and then started just moving stills around. So if you want to get some crazy edits, just start layering things and start animating and you'll get a very cool collage look. All right, and we're at 17 seconds in. Here we go, baby. Love just a little wipe transition. And then, again, using the GoPro, the POV shot, we do a little reverse. So we play the shot forwards, and then she starts it, and then we just start playing the shot again. I think it's just sped up. I think she just did a repetitive motion. The editor sped it up really fast, and it just looks so nice. The zoom right on the snare. Cue the round of applause, because look at these graphics. This is like the straight up Shrek font, bro. There is a VFX cat mauling on the CCTV. Camera number 1, brother.
Nothing with the regulars.
Brother. Oh, there's already so much to talk about again. Here we go. Number 1, what is this song about? This is what we know so far. There are cat humans called baddies taking over the world and disrupting people. People are a little bit freaked out by this. I don't know what a cat human is. And so what do we do as a society when we see things that we're unfamiliar with? We put it on the news and start freaking out. That match cut is so delicious. She's like doing her nails and she just does a little, it looks like the camera's wrapped in like cellophane or something. And so we do a little clever transition like she was just clawing at the camera, and we do another rip transition. So cool. If you're like, how do you actually do a rip transition? You could go on Envato Elements, you could go on Artlist and just download those things, layer your 2 shots on top of each other, you're good to go. But it's the idea that matters. The TV transition? How much time do you guys got? Because we about to be here for a while. We have this collage effect where we're cutting out the subject and just pasting her all over the place. But to create a transition, like we're trying to get from this frame to this frame. How do we do that? A great idea is to create motion between the 2 shots. So we zoom her in and then start the next shot with her zoomed in, zoom her out, boom. Super seamless transition. Genius. And then since we're already on the idea of motion, let's just slam another cutout in. Easy. Okay, we have a TV. What are we gonna do? Let's take the next shot and let's put it inside the TV. Boom, now we automatically have a way to transition. And this is also a good scene just to have in the TV because she's using the literal CCTV camera as like a selfie camera, just working it. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, sorry. I remember being on a few music videos where the director just threw a TV in a scene just because he knew we could somehow make a transition through the TV in post. I don't know how we're gonna do it on set, but we're just gonna throw the TV in the scene. The editor will figure it out. And this is the editor figuring it out. Boom, transition. And then how are we gonna get out of this scene? We just zoom out of the TV like 3 times and then out of an eyeball. Oh, it's so good, guys. This is super easy to do. All you do is start this shot, super zoomed in with the TV masked out, and then just have the position zoom out and boom, the transition's done. And you just do it a bunch of times. It gets crazy. There's one more. Ba-da-da boom. I wanna break. Hey. I need to calm down. How do you do that? Great question. I'm so glad you asked. This is just the normal shot, and they actually just took a still from right here. You can see that her face isn't moving yet, and then they slam it right on top of her other face, and you can honestly just delete that layer at that point. It's like that one TikTok trend where people would be dancing and then different body parts would just like slam onto their faces. This was like an old TikTok trend. This was back in the day. And just the velocity of it is nice. When I say the velocity, like it's not just a robotic boom, it's like a boom, you know? I don't really know how to explain it. But it's so disgusting in the best way possible. Okay, wow, we made it. What is happening?
I'm a baddie, baddie, pretty little risky baddie. 뭐든 될 대로 돼야지. Catch me if you can.
This video is too good, guys. These cat humans are witches, it seems. I don't know. They were doing some kind of seance here with a full moon, and that kind of turns into a cat eye. Just the connections here. Like we got a full moon, which kind of looks like this cat eye. Like that's just a great connection to form in our brain through editing. And then we have the baddie, and so we just do a little quick flash between the 2 shots. I mean, what more could you want? It's simple. But this is the thing that's literally crazy. The shot that goes on beat 1 is just a simple wide shot that's static. It's like they just set up a camera, just like what you're watching on right now, and just said, dance, go for it. Usually on a downbeat shot, you would expect the craziest camera move. You would expect so much energy. But instead, they subvert our expectations and have it be absolute stillness. We have chaos and then stillness, intercut with close-up chaos. What did I just witness? This is one of the most freshest choruses I've ever seen in music videos. We don't have to use crazy camera K-pop zooms to create that energy. There's other ways to do it. And this is a prime example. I'm a baddie, baddie, pretty little risky baddie. 뭐든 될 대로 돼야지. Catch me if you can. Baddie, 나는 없어 거기 이미 어차피 못 찾을 테니. Catch me if you can. So generally the fast cuts happen on snares or on fills. So you have this like really delicious backbeat that's just a... We just got lightning, quick cat close-ups. And the thing with close-ups and why you would want to use close-ups for fast cuts is because something close to camera is way more chaotic than something that's far away. Wide shots, you decide to hang on longer because it takes more time for the viewer to take them in. And when you just see closeness, your brain can register what it is much faster. And that's exactly why you would choose close-ups for quick cuts like that. Okay. This right here is probably the craziest shot I've ever seen. Look at this image. What is happening? But we got the cat POV, the rear end POV as well. I don't know, is this the cat's mouth? Is this another part? I have no idea, but we do have a nice turbulent displace in the back and chromatic aberration just to make the background look a little bit psychedelic. People in society are clearly afraid of these cat people, which honestly makes sense. I just wanted to highlight this one. So we have a ba-ba-da-ba-da-da in the producing. The way she just cuts into this collage and just change the position with a bunch of motion blur, this literally looks exactly like the Nike commercial I made. It's just so fun. I think honestly, shout out to my guy, Troy Charbonnet. He was the first one that I saw do this in a Puma commercial or something. And I was like, Troy, that is very cool. I will now be drawing inspiration from you. And here we see it again. It's so sick. Just matches that producing so well. Oof. There's a lot of just like little interesting sounds in the producing that I would expect the editor to actually highlight with certain effects just because of how transition crazy this music video is, but they chose to not, which is interesting. I probably would have defaulted to actually adding a little something here, like for that bubblegum stuff. That little boom. I probably would have put something in for that. These two shots are just delicious. We have a matching in the camera motion where we start close and then pull out. And if you just maintain consistency in the camera movement, especially on this wide angle lens, the wider angle the lens you have, the more you feel the movement. And so because these are such wide lenses, you really feel this movement. And it's just, it's nice. That's just a simple After Effects transition. You could literally like put on an effect that just does a little water ripple for you. Dude, I gotta read some of this newspaper for you. On it differed, repeated, wandered, required in. Then girl meets Y, yet no rose spots. Moreover, property, we kindness, greatest, BO, striking laughter. That's funny because probably about half of this is actually like ChatGPT reports about the baddies absolutely taking over the town, but the other half of it is just absolute gibberish and it's comedy. Dude, and again, the editor took an opportunity where a camera pops up. Actually, this is clearly planned because it's a very POV camera shot. But the editor had to replace this screen. Zoom in, do it again, zoom in, do it again. Ooh, transition to whatever the frick is happening here. This is my favorite shot. Look at him. Mittens is just peeking over the mountain, just wanting to see what's happening. He's just like, oh, they're dancing down there. That's cool. Very neat. I think I want to pounce. Oh yeah, you gotta take the jacket off. How does this video keep getting better and better? What is the symbolism of a circled pentagram? Let us read. In Wicca and various forms of white magic, the encircled upright pentagram is considered a symbol that provides protection of some kind. Pagan and neo-pagan groups use the pentagram in a manner of rituals and ornamentation because it symbolizes infinity, the binding of the 5 elements, and the protection of the self. Now we're gonna get to this at the end of the video and we talk about the full meaning and interesting thematic commentary that this video makes. But I love how they start the witch scene, right when you start to hear the creepy harmonies coming in. And that's just a nice like crossfade. I feel like this was a mistake, I'm not quite sure, but you could have crossfaded from this to this image, but instead we threw in this shot. It's not a great shot, it doesn't have a ton of meaning. I don't know, this one just ruins it for me. It still works, you still get the effect, but it's not there. So see, this is the kind of crazy camera movement and lights that I would have expected from the first chorus. Lots of times editing is all about the information that you withhold, not the information that you give. They saved it for the dance break. Woo! It seems like in the story of this music video, we have these cat humans that are now taking down the media. Other than stealing cat food and potentially mauling that one lady, we've done nothing wrong. We're gonna unplug you. News and bruh, this delicious turbulent displacement, background, match cut, moment, right on the baddies. Like it's a perfect sound to just do match cut, match cut, match cut. Ah, it's so good, guys, so good. Woo! All right, so what cat food are they stealing here? Super Kitty, Superpower Mixed Dinner. If the humans eat the Super Kitty Shred Superpower Mixed Dinner cat food, do they become the cat humans? Baddies. Yeah, see, she just opened a bag of it. They're for sure eating it. What the hammerhead shark, bruh? Oh, that's like maybe a whale? I'm not super familiar with aquatic animals, but cats do be loving a koi pond, so I think that's the commentary that they're making there. I'm just loving these huge zooms too. Delicious. I love the weird camera angles that are just static, intercut with the quick shots. That is so fresh. Like those, so good. Bro, did you see this hidden cut? We zoom in and then a little hidden cut right here. You see that? Oh! Oh, okay, that was like a milk bowl the whole time. I was concerned. So what the frick is Baddies about? If you look at some of IVE's recent music videos, they're pretty sad and depressing, and it seems like people are saying mean things and they're starting to get down on themselves. This is just a lovely character arc to see. They don't care what other people think. This is a freeing anthem. They're like, we are able to do whatever we want. We are able to use this magic to protect ourselves, even though we may be different, even though society might not accept us. We are going to rebel against the status quo and do us. It honestly is a really interesting commentary about the narratives that the media decide to push and how not conforming to society really puts a target on your head. So just like IVE, don't allow yourself to be judged just because you're different. If you want to learn how to edit crazy K-pop transitions like this, check out the link below. I'll teach you exactly how to do it. God bless you guys. Peace out. When I do sit down to start an editing project, staying organized and prepared is essential. We got to get our Finder open, get our files organized. And to get that job done, I open Clean My Mac X. The speed and efficiency of your computer while you're editing directly correlates to the amount of work you get done, which by proxy helps determine how much money you make. Come on, class. You see how important this is? I don't know why you're a class. I'm sorry. Clean My Mac X ensures that my computer is working as well as possible with one button, Smart Scan. It's smart because it does 3 jobs in one: cleanup, protection, and speed up. And it rhymes. All these tasks take a couple of seconds, and then boom, your computer has just been like upgraded. It's like Super Saiyan now. I've never watched Dragon Ball Z really. I don't know, I was just trying to be cool with that comment. Next, you can move on to the menu app, and there's lots of different things you can do. You can check productivity, your connected devices, your internet connection, and apps that are top memory consumers. After it's been scanned and optimized, I know that my computer is working at peak performance to help prevent crashes or lost work, and to make sure I can complete the project ahead of me quickly. What am I doing with my fingers? But it helps me get the project done fast, which is great. If you want to feel a crazy difference in the performance of your Mac, hit the link in the description for a 7-day free trial plus a 15% discount.